What's happening, everybody? Trey here, joined as always by my dad, Sean. And today, reactions to the classics. We got a reaction to Flowers and their record, Icehouse. And, I had to really get that down because
I'll tell you all about how this thing played out later, but yeah.
later their group name switches to Icehouse. But we're going back to that. And this comes courtesy of a suggestion from our longtime friend and supporter of the channel, Alan. Alan, always bringing us the greats from Australia and New Zealand. Appreciate that. And looking forward to this one. Before we dive in today, though, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. That helps us out. Hit that big red subscribe button if you like what you see. And if you would like to have us react to a record, you can check out our Patreon page, and we can hook you up there. Yep. Shout out to the patrons who help us out. And be sure to follow us on Twitch as well for the live streams we do. But all that to say, man, we got some quick facts on this, and then we'll get going into this record.
Yeah, and the quick facts are important because if you're watching this in Australia and you're like, these stupid Americans don't know what's up. No, we do understand. It took me a while to grasp this one. This is their debut studio album released in October of 1980 in Australia. The title and the artist are sometimes incorrectly swapped because the band changed their name from Flowers to Icehouse after this album was released. Only one album under the name Flower, containing the top 20 Australian hits, Can't Help Myself, We Can Get Together, and Walls. The album made heavy use of synthesizers, which would continue to be used throughout the band's career. Founder Iva Davies wrote all the tracks, including 4 co-written with keyboardist Michael Host. However, Host was replaced during the recording sessions by Anthony Smith. In October 2010, Icehouse by Flowers was listed in the book 100 Best Australian Anthems. So, Flowers, which this album came out in 1980, but Flowers was formed in Sydney in 1977 by Iva, of course, who did vocals, guitar, bass, keyboards, and oboe. I mean, this man is versatile. A classically trained musician and their main creative force. He formed it with bass player Keith Welsh. But then, Trey, they have to change their name after this album.
Yeah, so they signed with Chrysalis Records in early '81 for the European, Japanese, UK, and US releases. Flowers had to change their name due to legal restrictions preventing confusion with a Scottish group called The Flowers.
How in the world is this group in Australia supposed to know there's a Scottish group called The Flowers? But...
So when the album was released in international markets in June of '81 by Chrysalis, it was released under the band's new name, Icehouse. For this edition of the record, all of the vocals were re-recorded and all of the music was completely remixed.
Wow, that's crazy.
So the version we're listening to on Spotify is the 30th anniversary edition. I would assume it takes the re-recordings.
I would think it does too, but it's the only one we got access to. So hopefully it's what Alan wanted, but that's what we got.
So all songs written by Iva here, except where noted, and we're gonna start off with the first track and keeping it with the name,
Keeping it with the confusion, right? Yeah. Icehouse, off the album Icehouse by the band Flowers. It later becomes Icehouse. So that's all you got to keep straight. There's going to be a quiz at the end. All right, this was released as a single in Europe in '82 after the band changed its name to Icehouse. In the U.S., 28 on the Billboard Top Tracks chart in 1981. This is an offshoot chart back then. Written by Iva when he lived in an old, cold flat of a 2-story mansion. Across the street was a disheveled house which had its lights on all night. Davies only learned it was a halfway house for psychiatric and drug rehab patients after he wrote the song. So I'm imagining Iva sitting over there going, what in the world is going on? These people are awake all night long. Would you guys settle down? So it makes sense that it was a halfway house. So
interesting.
As usual, we're going to have the lyrics up. By the way, I don't know if you mentioned it. We will not have the music in this reaction.
That's right. Yeah, it'll be all due to copyright and all that good stuff. But the full reaction with the music included will be linked down below in the description. So don't know anything by these guys at all.
So that's always fun. Let's get after it.
All right, Icehouse coming in, starting us off here with. I kind of mentioned it in the reaction. Very cold track musically is that's kind of the vibe I was getting from it, which of course fits not only the title but definitely the subject matter as well, which is a bit bleak.
It is, and it's interesting. He didn't know until after he wrote the song who was living over there, because knowing what it was, and you read it, like he just starts out, it's always cold inside the ice house. Though the rivers never freeze, there's a girl outside the ice house. I can see her clearly through the trees. So I wonder if he really could, if he's just sitting there writing it. Saw somebody outside. Now she's dreaming of a new love and she hopes he'll be there soon. But she's got so long to wait for him because he needs another year to get there. There's no love inside the Icehouse.
Yeah, I thought that was a really strong verse, just kind of setting the mood and just the setting of where we're at here. And even the next line, the devil lives inside the ice house. So if you didn't already know that this wasn't a place you'd want to be in, that just really kind of accentuates that. And then as it goes, like her hope for this love is kind of waning more and more. She's dreaming through the summer and she's hoping through the spring. She says she's got no time for winter nights. She doesn't notice as the days grow darker. She can't remember getting any older. There's no love inside the ice house. So yeah, but kind of a bleak track, but with the synth in there, it kind of just naturally you kind of perk up, and it has that new wave-ish type of, which this is early 80s, you kind of would expect that.
So curious, man. I never put you on the spot during a reaction, but do you like that song or do you not like that?
I liked it. I liked it.
I liked it a lot. I think it's one of those songs that you're either going to like or hate. I don't think there's a real in-between because it does have such a unique sound.
Yeah,
it's
does.
Haunting. It's just, I just liked it. Everything about that song worked for me.
Dude, yeah. If this is what we're going for, the opening track that you want a really strong tune to sink the listener in who's maybe never heard of you, like us two.
Yeah.
And man, that's what we had here. So good way to start this record off. And now we're going to go to the next track, We Can Get Together. This was the second single released in October of 1980 in Australia, went to 16 there, released in 81 in the UK, and then later in the US as a single as well. So let's see what we got here. We Can Get Together. Coming in, man. Another very strong song.
Very strong, man. What a hot way to start this album, man. First two songs are great and very different.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, not
very different.
Yeah, where we were very cold and kind of bleak in the opener. This
you're not going around singing the song Icehouse.
Yeah,
there's nothing real catchy about it. It's just an excellently constructed song. This, as you mentioned during the reaction, very catchy.
And kind of has that nice early 80s type
man.
of vibe to
Takes me back to a different time and place.
I would imagine, man, which I always appreciate songs that do that, even if I wasn't alive to experience it. You just kind of have
rubbing this stuff in.
you could just kind of get that in your mind of what the 80s kind of were like, man. But cool little drums in there as well. I don't know if it was it kind of sounds like a drum machine at certain points,
does.
But
I don't
then
know.
Other times it actually sounds like real drums coming in, man. But just a simple message too about wanting to be with the one you want to be with, man, and with that catchiness, maybe we can get together. It brings it home in a nice way, man. So shout out to Iva and the lads for bringing in that one. And now we're going to one I'm very much looking forward to just by title alone.
Yeah, what a title.
Fat Man. So let's get it. They're 3 for 3, I think, man.
They're 3 for 3.
Woo!
I didn't like it quite as well as the other two, but I still really liked it. And I saw you trying to look it up during this. I don't know if Fat Man means something else in Australia. I mean, here in America, it means somebody who's overweight. So, you and me can't walk around singing Fat Man out on the streets. But, man, what a good song.
No, I was looking, slang of Fat Man Australia.
Mean something else, or does it just mean,
Well, let us know, man, below. But, kind of sets the scene of this guy on 2nd Avenue, talking about the girl's best friend is a fat man. He gives her pearls and diamonds, and then it kind of goes through talking about the kind of delicacy champagne from Paris, the cigars, the best Havana. The boys don't like the way you do things. They might not understand. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to talk about it. And that portion of the track, Iva kind of sounded like a little David Byrne-esque.
Yeah, that's a good take.
Which,
man.
I mean, it came out in 1980. Talking Heads had a few records under their belt by then. I don't know, but that's what I was getting a little bit there. But then again, you had the very catchy Fat Man. And the bass work here was the highlight for me instrumentally.
I agree.
As well. And then just kind of going down, it seems like stuff turns a little bit sour, mentioning to the Fat Man, give me the gun.
Yeah, I thought that.
You're not fooling anybody type of thing. So,
I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to read about the details in the paper.
Yeah, that's what made me think, was he going to maybe go and maybe shoot the girl? Or
I don't know, man.
Something,
but yeah, he's doing some harm here, man.
Something like that. But cool tune there, man. And now we're going to go and jump to Sister, track number 4. All right, Sister, bringing us here on track number 4.
Another catchy one, man.
Dude, yeah, this one was interesting to me because like the guitar and the chorus was a bit more, not slower tempo, but kind of medium.
Yeah.
But Iva was spitting the lyrics really quick. Yeah, you know, shake it up, sister. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give it hell, take it in, work it out, shake it up, sister.
Very good, Trey. You can do a cover.
Yeah,
of
you
it.
like that?
I do like that.
But you know, won't end up among like my favorite tracks or anything. But it's still
Still
had
a
that.
really good offering. They're 4
Yeah.
for 4 as far as really bringing it.
Oh yeah, and I mean, what you think she's like a robot here or something?
No, man. I was trying to figure that out, man.
Because you know it's the latest model. She's not the usual kind. She's made of mindless metal. She's not exactly
normal. But I don't care.
Yeah, and that was the part I was curious.
So I
where
think
he
you're
said,
right, because then he does a little chorus, and behind the scanners and tape, she's programmed for perfection.
Yeah.
Sometimes simple mistakes get by without detection. Her figure needs correction. So I don't know, man.
So an interesting little subject matter on top of that, man. So that'll take us now to Walls, track number 5. This record's humming along at only 11 tracks. So let's see.
Yeah, let's do it. And it was also a single, I know.
Oh, yes. Let me go back to the notes here. Yeah, good
It's the
call.
3rd single, number 20 in Australia. Iva has said that Walls was autobiographical for a period of his life. So went 10 in Australia when it was re-released.
Cool.
2nd single in UK and a single in the US in January 2018 as part of Triple M's Ozfest 100, the most Australian songs of all time, ranked 85. So looking forward to hearing that one.
Walls, bringing it, man. I enjoyed that one. It had that I think that perfect mix of kind of out there, not experimentation, but a little off the beaten path, and then switch to the more melodic, again, kind of catchier. Who put the writing on?
Yeah, I enjoy it. I don't like it as much as Icehouse or We Can Get Together.
Yeah.
You know, talking about singles, but it was good for sure.
No, man, and I thought the technique where like the voices were whispering kind of towards the middle of
Yeah.
the track was pretty cool, and just another nice atmosphere that really built. I could see this being in like a horror movie or something.
That's
you
a
know,
good, that's a good thing.
oh,
Like,
man.
who put the writing on the walls? Will no one ever know? Yeah, it definitely builds that up.
So yeah, man. Again, kind of it's still in that same vein, but they're able to make tunes that are just different enough to, you know, kind of be able to distinguish themselves and stand out. So now we're gonna go to track 6. Can't Help Myself. What I'm really enjoying about this record is it's able to blend that you know, that early 80s synth, you know, that new wave type of sound,
Which was really evident at the beginning of it.
yeah, but still bringing in that kind of rock sensibility with the, you know, the guitar. I'm really digging these guitar leads. Bass was strong here as well. And
You know, and that's a great observation. That's the key to not letting the synths overwhelm you and
Exactly.
make it too dated. Yeah, so I agree.
and maybe that's you know, why sometimes music from this era doesn't, you know, age as
Yeah,
well.
it doesn't hold up as well, but no, this is good stuff.
And, you know, cool little story, too, that, again, is something that's relatable to a lot of folks, men in particular. She's walking down the street. That's the kind I want to meet. And it's beginning to show. I get it fixed in my head, and I won't let it go. Once that love kind of gets going, that infatuation, you're just ready to get with this gal, and you can't help yourself when you feel this way, and you're gonna do whatever you can.
That's
man.
exactly
So,
right. Kind of logic flies out the window.
Yeah.
That's how it is, man.
So I could see this being in contention with my favorite tracks, possibly at the end of this list, man. So now we're gonna move to you know, I'm liking the titles of these.
Yeah, it's
all
simple.
just one word, man, and nothing that I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation on. We got Skin, the shortest track on this record, under 3 minutes. So
Let's do it.
all right, Skin, bringing us home at track number 7. What you think of this one?
Yeah, I liked it. It was different, you know, and this is one of the 3 tracks that's left here that host, if I'm saying his name right, I think co-wrote. And I wonder if that why it has a little bit different sound to it. It was fine, a little more manic, a little less 80s sounding.
This is one, like, as it's going through, talking about, you know, the masquerader in the mirror. You're talking about, and puts my features where his face ought to be. Young flesh, young frame, slow pulse. no pain. The face he fits is unmistakably mine. I thought this, this could have been used in like Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, exactly. They got a very cinematic thing going on lately here in this album.
And again, chorus was the highlight for
course.
me, and kind of that repetition, the action, fiction. Kind of cool. And again, just an intriguing story where you're like, okay, who's doing this to this guy? Is this just kind of a metaphor for how he's changing to like the outside world, or this or that, whatever the case.
Something bad going on.
Whatever the case may be, man. Again, I thought it was a solid tune, man. Which all of them really have been thus far. And now we're gonna go to Suns. I think the longest track on this record. So let's get it. All right, Suns coming in here, 4.5 minutes long, but. I didn't think it was an overlong track.
Oh, no, not at all. And I thought it was more diverse instrumentally.
Yeah.
We had a horn in there. I don't know. I think it was a sax.
Yeah, that was unexpected.
The piano played nicer in there. Not a synth, but a piano, I do believe. So yeah, I liked it. The Sons of Decay.
Yeah, and again, kind of like Skin in a sense, or even Walls, where I like it. The listeners kind of left to interpret. Okay, who are these Sons of Decay? Like, it almost made me think of like a wartime thing.
Yeah,
it mentions no sign of the ancient heroes who gave us this one last hour. It's so still. There's so few of us here. There's no sound here at all. I'm just getting in my head, just almost like a apocalyptic wasteland. It's just all desolate around, and they're just the Sons of Decay, the ones left to stay. The synthesizer was more, kind of like orchestral synth, which again was a little bit different. Put a little, different spin on the synthesizer sound here. So another enjoyable tune, man. And we got 3 songs left. We're gonna go to Boulevard. The Boulevard.
I really like how they vary stuff up. I mean, this one, the star was the guitar and the drums.
Yeah, this is more, just a straight up, 1980 rock song, essentially,
man. I enjoyed it very much. Another one that Host co-wrote, and he'll co-write the next one, too. So,
from what I'm getting, it seems like this woman here might be a hooker or something along those lines.
So let's call her Lady of the Night, all right? Let's kind of just, PG-13 this thing.
The bouquets and lace femme fatale face. That was a cool little alliteration technique. She breaks the hearts along the boulevard, but beggars buy love on the boulevard, and red light stains the stairs. The life is hard.
And the red light, which that's you're exactly
right. And then God only knows it never pays, because they all die young on the boulevard.
Yeah, so, catchy song who actually has a tragic story too.
I know, yeah. That's kind of what stood out to me. Melody was a bit not upbeat, but a bit more fast tempo,
catchy.
And this what was behind the lyrics was a bit more heavy. Ironically enough, I've here sounded in a couple other times, which is weird because he's Australian, like a young David Bowie.
I swear to you, 2 songs ago I was going to say that, and then I forgot to say it when the song was over. At times he sounds like Bowie. You had mentioned he sounds like David Byrne a little bit. Yeah, dude, he sounds like Bowie to me sometimes. This goes in and out, even in a song. It's not the whole song.
Yeah, that's why it's
in certain parts. But I thought the same thing.
Am I crazy thinking this? But I'm glad you were on that same page, Dad. But
well, now we're up to a song that I wish you and me had the problem of, but we don't. Nothing to do.
All right, Nothing to Do. We went from a little Bowie-esque to now Lou Reed.
Yeah, you said it during the reaction. You were 100% on. Once you said that, I'm like, yeah, that's what it sounds like the whole time. Definitely a different sounding song than the rest of the stuff, which, I'm a broken record, but they've done a very good job of varying up styles here, which you don't always got to do. If you got a great style, stick with it. But enjoyable on an 11-track album to have several different things that they bring to the table.
Yeah, and you kind of mentioned it in there, Dad. I enjoyed a little, I don't know if you call it a solo, but a little bass highlight there in the middle of the song. And, he's sounding like me a little bit. Read it in a magazine, watch people on the TV set, watch lovers on the movie screen, turn on the radio for something to do.
I think that's all of us in this COVID world here lately.
And still, there's nothing to do. There's nothing like a good time, and there certainly isn't anything new. Yeah, you're right. I wasn't even thinking the COVID situation, but yeah, this would fit our times well, man.
Yeah, it would.
Cool vocal performance. Another unique instrumentation here, and now we're gonna end off this record with Not My Kind. Give our favorite tracks, overall score, and thoughts of the record afterwards. So let's get it. Not My Kind ending us out here. What a strong closer. What a really, really strong closer, especially as the song progressed.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Nice build. It's really kind of a culmination showing not only their, the vocal skills and the songwriting, obviously, of Iva, but also just their overall musicianship and instrumentation. Really enjoyed it.
And, had those kind of creeping up synths midway through the track. Again, a pleasant groove. I liked the imagery that was set forth, the darkness in here, kind of in the sidewalk with the gay boys in the back street.
Yep.
There's a new band, a new beat, kind of going with just kind of that outsider type of setting in there. Really enjoyed it, and I thought the last 30 seconds just brought that to another level, man.
Me too.
Now we're gonna go to our favorite tracks. I'll let you got yours up. I'll let
I
you go
got
first.
mine up. Take my favorite tracks. The first track, of course, Icehouse. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
My favorite track on here, even though it really is different than anything else on here. We Can Get Together, the second track, just awesome. And then I'm going to go with Boulevard.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, dude, that one was tight.
With an honorable mention to Walls, but honestly, there wasn't a song on here that I did not enjoy.
Yeah, man, I'm going to go Icehouse like you, We Can Get Together, and then this last one just really snuck up on me. I'm going to go...
It was in contention.
Not My Kind with an honorable mention to Can't Help Myself for me personally, man. That's what I was feeling, and now I guess we'll go to overall score of the record. You want to take it away?
We always talk about this, but it's always worth mentioning. It might be the first time you're watching one of these reactions. Yeah. It's always tough to get a score on the first listen, right? Because, we're just experiencing it, and you got to kind of marinate on good music. At least we break down the lyrics and, have a decent handle on it. But, I need to listen to this album a lot more. I'm going to give it a 7.75 on first listen, maybe even close to an 8. It's a really good, it's my sound. I like it. It doesn't sound dated.
No, it doesn't.
It's really good offering by Alan.
Yeah, dude, I quite enjoyed this. I thought they did a good job of having their own unique type of sound while also paying like homage to their influences, the David Byrne, the David Bowie, the Lou Reeds. Yet it didn't ever become like they're just trying to copy these legends type of deal.
Right.
They were able to incorporate that with of course the synth sound. Some songs didn't even have the synth though. I thought the guitar work and bass work especially were really solid throughout as well. Some cool unique stories as well, dealing with love and then dealing with some more abstract topics. So I'm going to be at a very solid 7.5 myself here off of first listen. Especially, this isn't the type of music I normally listen to or anything, but I enjoyed it quite a bit, and I think really just a strong overall offering, not really a weak track here. So I want to shout out Alan again for bringing this to us. Thanks, Dad, for the research. Man. And, of course, let us know your favorite tracks and what you think of the album down in the comments below. Until next time, y'all, thanks for watching. Happy listening, and we will see you.